The blue holes.
Like a big booty hole.
These vertical underwater caves drop hundreds of feet into the ocean, and deep within them, legend says, lives one of the most mysterious sea monsters in the world.
Oh no.
Alaska.
What the f is this? What's good, y'all? Welcome back to RICHLEV fam. Now today, bro, we got mythical sea creatures that are true giants by Holdness Animated and just regular Holdness channel. This popped up on my feed and I know I had to watch it. You guys show hella love whenever we do like mythical creatures and stuff, but we might as well do mythical sea creatures since we haven't really dived into that yet. So without further ado, make sure to grab your popcorn. Let's see. Also comment down below if you guys already know a certain mythical sea creature that you grew up on when you were a kid or something. The only thing I can really think of is like, I don't know, the Loch Ness monster or stuff like that. Nothing special.
Thousands of legends from around the world say the same thing. Monsters live in the depths of the ocean.
Now, this is something I really believe though, because chat, like we all know, we don't know every single thing in the ocean, bro. And I feel like at some point, some big ass monster we had no idea living down there is habitating down there because that's the only thing that could. You have to be a monster. You have to be different than everything. I mean, already the fish that we've seen down there are weird and have things that are completely unexplainable and how they're able to live down there. So
in the depths of the ocean.
Wouldn't surprise
From
me.
ancient Japanese myths to modern online forums, the fear of sea creatures never fades. Today, you'll discover 5 of the most mysterious and terrifying among them.
Let's see,
the depths of the Pacific Ocean, where storms strike without warning and the sea turns ink black, Japanese sailors have whispered a name for centuries: Umi Bozu. His appearance means doom, and no one knows why he only rises when the waters are perfectly still, just before the waves begin to surge.
What the fuck?
Umi Bozu.
That's a whole ass human, bro. That ain't even a creature at that point. Like, who is this?
Begin to surge.
Lock him up.
Umi Bozu is a giant sea creature from Japanese folklore.
Okay.
Descriptions say he resembles a smooth black monk's head emerging from the ocean, towering dozens of feet high.
Bro, just imagine seeing something like this while you're just out on a cruise or something, bro. There's a big black man just rising out the water like this. I mean, what do you even do at that point? Like, you're on a ship already. You can't just jump out into the water or else you're just at his mercy. So like, this is what it is, GG's, unless you have a jetpack like me.
Sometimes massive arms appear, gray as ash, with fingers the length of a ship's mast.
Oh,
Estimates vary, but some tales claim he loomed over entire ships, up to 100 feet tall.
100
the name Umi
feet?
Bozu combines Umi, sea, and Bozu, Buddhist monk.
Yeah, you know, earlier I was actually gonna call him Umi Bozu. Yeah, I take that back. I don't know, he could probably read my mind, so I just had to take it back anyways, you know? You're not a Umi Bozu.
According to legend, he is linked to the spirits of drowned monks whose lives ended unjustly.
Wow.
Stories say he strikes down ships with a single blow and drags the crew into the deep.
Well, yeah, I would imagine it would only take single blow if he's getting 100 feet tall. That means his body mass is absolutely gruesome.
Intriguing is that dozens of similar reports come from islands across Japan. In 1834,
like a toothpick.
A Japanese trading ship vanished after its captain.
Not a toothpick, a Q-tip, not a toothpick. You look like a dirty Q-tip.
Trading ship vanished after its captain reportedly said,
That was my viewers who said that, by the way, not me. Umi Bozu.
"The sea is too quiet." Locals believed it fell victim to Umi Bozu. Even into the 20th century, fishermen still speak of a black head rising from the ocean surface. Some researchers speculate that real creatures could explain the myth. Perhaps rare deep-sea squids or unidentified cetaceans.
See, that would be the most likely thing, these squids, bro, because, yeah, as we learned in that one video, squids end up getting more giant as they're below, and if for some reason they come up, I don't see how they would be able to live coming all the way up to the surface, but just say, you know, just give them the ability to. We would see some very terrifying creatures, bro.
But no scientific observation has ever confirmed Umi Bozu's existence. So if you're ever out at sea and notice the storm suddenly stops, don't celebrate too quickly.
Shit, hell no.
Calm. It might be the first sign that Umi Bozu is near.
Oh no. See, now I'm not gonna be able to go in the ocean the same, bro. I was actually thinking about going and cruising and shit. Hell no. I don't care, bro. I watched these for a reason, because these might not be myths.
Off the coast of the Bahamas lies a natural wonder, the blue holes.
Like a big booty hole.
These vertical underwater caves drop hundreds of feet into the ocean, and deep within them, legend says, lives one of the most mysterious sea monsters in the world.
Oh no.
Alaska.
What the f is this? A shark was smashing an octopus? Like, what is this?
Strikes without warning, then vanishes as quickly as it appeared.
Lusca?
Lasca is described as a hybrid between an octopus and a shark.
Yeah, we can
It
tell.
has the tentacles of a giant squid and a torso resembling a shark's body with a mouth full of razor-sharp teeth.
Oh, hell
According to local
no.
tales,
That's actually fucking scary, bro. Because octopuses themselves, they're just scary to me. Honestly, they're not cute to me at all, bro. I mean, I like y'all legs. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all taste like some good chicken, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love eating y'all. But that's not the point. The point is, imagine the octopus, like the ability of it, the ink and stuff, and how it can just grab onto you and like literally suffocate you to death. And then on top of that, the mouth of a shark, dude. Oh no. Like you're cooked. Like you have no chance. At least with a shark itself, you kind of have a chance, low key. The shark will maybe be scared of you. You could maybe like push his head down and stuff, but it's like you push this head down to this shark, and all of a sudden the testicles, I mean not the testicles, I mean probably that too, but the tentacles are just gonna wrap around you. Like there's no way out of this.
Lasca can grow up to 67 feet long. That's the length of a school bus. But in water, such a creature can approach unseen. The name Lasca has no confirmed origin. Some believe it stems from local Caribbean dialects. Stories about it have been passed down for generations on the islands of Andros and Eleuthera. Fishermen spoke of boats yanked underwater by a single massive tentacle.
Damn, he just bitch slapped you? Disrespectful, bruh. Just go ahead and drag me underwater, bro. Don't slap me like that on camera, bro. Come on, dude.
Many believe Lasca is behind dozens of unexplained disappearances in the blue hole regions. Scientifically, Lasca might be an exaggerated account of real deep-sea creatures like the giant squid or colossal octopus. The largest known species, the Architeuthis, can reach lengths of 43 feet. But the Lasca, based on descriptions, seems even larger. What's fascinating is that blue holes are less explored than the surface of the moon. Some descend more than 650 feet and contain sealed-off ecosystems.
You see what I'm saying? And this is why the ocean is the most dangerous thing on Earth, bro. Like, if you think about it, there's so many things we'll never be able to explore, bro. Like, I mean, even with technology advancing, it's still gonna be hard to keep going lower and lower and lower. Like, because there's always something we're not gonna know. At least with space and stuff, we can kind of send things or whatever. I don't know. I feel like it's more explorative features when it comes to space and stuff than the ocean. Like the ocean is just so fucking dangerous.
That makes it possible for large, unknown life forms to remain hidden. Lasca remains suspended between legend and science, but in the Bahamas, the fear is very real. And if you ever dive into a blue hole, remember, not all depths are silent.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not diving into a blue booty hole, bro. Yeah, I'm way too black for that. I see any hole, I'm running the hell away.
In 1997, the United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration recorded one of the loudest underwater sounds ever detected in the southern Pacific Ocean. It was heard over 3,000 miles away and named the Bloop. But behind the signal lies more than just acoustic mystery. The internet turned it into a symbol of oceanic unknowns. The creature at the heart of this legend is imagined as a 250-foot giant.
250 feet? This nigga more the size of 2 football fields combined, bro.
Larger than any known animal, including the blue whale. Some theories suggest Bloop is intelligent, deliberately avoiding humans and perceiving its environment in ways no other marine life.
My bad, correction. It is almost the length of a football field, bro. 250 feet, like, I think it's 360 feet is the length of a football field, but still, that's enormous.
Bloop is intelligent, deliberately avoiding humans and perceiving its environment in ways no other marine life can. One belief is that Bloop can mute the ocean, silencing all nearby sounds. Another theory claims it communicates through...
I mean, honestly, I kind of could believe it because look at this mouth. It's like he talks too damn much or his breath stinks so bad that the whole ocean got to stop. It's one or the other, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds. Another theory claims it communicates through infrasound, a frequency below human hearing, but one that can induce unease or fear. The sound originated from one of the most remote regions on Earth, between Easter Island and Antarctica.
Yo, one of my worst fears, chat, is like sailing in the ocean or something or being on a boat and all of a sudden you just hear like it's dark as shit outside too, bro. That's one of my worst fears.
At depths of around 13,000 feet. The area remains largely unexplored. Later, some researchers suggested an ice quake may have caused it, though even they admitted the sound structure was unusually organic. The legend quickly spread online. Its coordinates nearly matched the location of RICHLEV from Lovecraft's stories, sparking theories that Bloop was Cthulhu awakening. Since then, it's become a cult figure in digital mythology, a symbol of the deep's silent terror. In 2002 and 2005, scientists conducted follow-up missions to the same region, hoping to capture the sound again. But nothing similar was recorded. Even stranger, several hydrophones failed during the process. This led to theories that Bloop either disrupts electronics or uses something that prevents detection.
I mean, that's true. I mean, the fact that he was able to, according to the mythology, the fact that he was able to mute the whole ocean, like what makes you think he's gonna let you put some damn microphones in there and shit? He gonna mute that shit too, or just whatever his frequencies are is gonna fuck up anything that's there.
Since 1997, no similar sound has ever been recorded again. To some, it was a strange anomaly. To others, it remains the only acoustic trace of something still lurking in the dark.
God damn, just imagine this, bro. Like, even in the drawing, it's just scary. Just imagine this in real life. Just big ass mouth like that just coming for you, bro. Holy, it almost feels like you're not even gonna die. I mean, unless you get caught in the teeth, but low key, you just swim in that bitch. I mean, there's gotta be somewhere to hide. At that point.
In ancient times, people often explained natural phenomena through mythical creatures. If a solar eclipse was blamed on a giant raven, then the disappearance of the moon was the work of something far more colossal. Its name was Bakunawa. According to legend, this sea monster once rose—
Now, this is the most badass name I've heard so far.
Its name was Bakunawa. According to legend, this sea monster once rose from the ocean's depths and tried to swallow the moon. Whenever a lunar eclipse occurred, people believed Bakunawa had returned. The creature was described as a giant sea serpent, so enormous its length was compared to entire islands.
Low-key though, if you think about it, chat, like before we knew what the solar eclipse was, imagine people back in the day that had no idea and it was just happening. Like they had to believe some crazy shit was going on.
Whenever a lunar eclipse occurred, people believed Bakunawa had returned. The creature was described as a giant sea serpent, so enormous its length was compared to entire islands.
See, this is like the type of creatures I would think about if they told me, like, draw what you think a sea monster might look like. This is what I would probably draw.
Negros, or Cebu.
Negros, what'd you say?
So enormous its length was compared to entire islands, like Negros, or Cebu.
Oh, okay.
Its mouth, according to stories, resembled a lake and was wide enough to swallow a celestial body whole. Bakunawa's skin was dark and smooth. Some depictions show it with fins, wings, or even glowing patches, much like deep-sea creatures.
It's like some God of War shit.
Interestingly, the moon-eating myth wasn't just meant to explain rare celestial events. It also warned of disasters. People believed that each time Bakunawa rose, it disrupted the balance of the ocean. In response, entire villages would rush to the shores, banging drums, striking metal, and lighting fires to scare the creature away.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this shit not gonna scare nothing. Matter of fact, y'all probably attracted a nigga, honestly. Shit, I would not participate in none of this.
The moon back.
What? Like, what is we doing?
Over time, Bakunawa became more than just a symbol of eclipses. She embodied the fear of what lies hidden in the water, beyond human control. Some tales claimed that her rise caused a momentary shift in ocean temperature, and coastal animals would act strangely. People began associating her appearance with droughts, floods, and vanishing fish. Even today, local fishermen sometimes recall old stories where the sea suddenly fell silent before a storm, and took it as a sign that Bakunawa had awakened.
You know how like insane you would go just being in the ocean, like in a boat by yourself, and just like all the stories that you'd be able to tell because of all this shit. I feel like there would be so much weird shit happening just in the dark, just pitch black. You know, obviously you probably have your little lighting or whatever you got on the boat, but all around you is just straight ocean. And then like the shit that would probably try to eat you, get you and all that. Just imagine that, bro.
From a scientific perspective, this myth is a classic example of how humans used storytelling to understand nature's cycles. Yet Bakunawa remains a lasting symbol of the sea's vast and unknowable power. It still appears in games, books, and animation, a reminder of how little we truly understand about the ocean and the stars.
I mean, that's true, bro. That's why like these mythical creatures, you know, we're saying they're myths, but they probably could be real, and we won't know because we're not going to ever explore the whole ocean. Like,
we now turn to the final creature, considered by many to be the most terrifying sea monster of all, El Grand Maha. It's
El Grand Maha. Oh, hell no.
Described as a massive predator up to 2,250.
Nigga, what? What'd you say? Nigga, huh?
No. Put that shit back. Return that shit back to Best Buy, bro.
15 feet long, nearly twice the size of Bloop, and dozens of times longer than a blue whale.
Oh my
Its body
gosh.
resembles a serpent or deep-sea eel, but far more powerful. Its eyes are small, pale, and dull, as if adapted to absolute darkness. The earliest documented account dates back to 1560.
Bro, just imagine seeing the shadow of this motherfucker in the ocean, bro. Just imagine that, like the length of it.
When a Spanish sailor named Diego Alejandro described a beast with a mouth the size of a lifeboat and a body that disappeared into the fog, so
Wow.
long he couldn't see the end of it. He claimed the creature's eyes glowed in the dark, watching silently from the depths. The original records were mostly lost to fire, but surviving fragments inspired centuries of chilling tales. Descriptions of
See, this shit, I don't know, bro. Like, it looks more realistic than some of the other ones, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in terms of if we're just embodying a sea monster, that's literally it. That's literally looks the closest to it that you could possibly be. But, you know, it does kind of look like Shin Sonic a little bit too. So, so I don't know. But still, like, you know, it kind of gives off that squid like, because the thing about me is I feel like if there is some sort of huge monster that we don't know about, it's gonna resemble like a squid / shark kind of thing. It's not gonna just be a whole fucking human like the first one, you know, something like that. Like, it's gonna resemble, it's gonna look nasty and dirty and scary. Like, that's what it has to look like, and resembles something like a squid, snake, you know, shark, whale type of thing, and this kind of resembles all that.
Grand Maha portray it as a hybrid between a sea serpent and a prehistoric predator, with a massive jaw full of long teeth and
that.
rough skin. Its 6 eyes are said to be
Oh my
arranged in
gosh.
2 horizontal rows across its forehead.
Like, look at this, bro. Oh no. Imagine you going fishing, you see this pop out the water. Goodbye, fam.
Possibly an adaptation to the pitch-black pressure zones of the ocean. It makes no sound, gliding silently through the dark like a moving shadow. Since the 2000s and 10s, El Grand Maha has been widely discussed
Grand
across
Maha.
English-speaking corners of the internet, first on cryptozoology forums, then on YouTube and wiki-based fan communities. On the fandom platform, it even has its own dedicated page, complete with fictional descriptions, pseudo-historical records, and illustrations. Thanks to these online spaces, El Grand Maha has become part of digital folklore, alongside other imaginary giants of
Yeah, that one's definitely the most scary out of all of them. El Grand Maha. And it has the most aura name out of all of them too.
the deep.
Holy.
Even knowing El Grand Maha is a creation of internet myth, its image still sends a chill down the spine.
It does. It's
Not
scary.
because it's real, but because of what it represents. The scale, silence, and unknowability of the ocean. That's the power of stories like this. They remind us how little we truly understand about what lurks below.
That's literally what I was saying and why it's scary, bro. Because watching these type of videos, I mean, the ones that were just mythical creatures according to, you know, certain folk telling or, you know, countries and stuff like that, that's a whole nother different thing. But when we're talking about sea creatures, it's scary because, like you said, we know very, very little. So it's like, oh, we're saying these are myths or whatever, and most likely they are, but it's like, is there some form of this living down there? We don't know. And that's why these stories hit different than the other ones, because it's like, how much of it is true though? You know, I mean, we're getting these stories, like he was referencing stories about, you know, fishermen and stuff. And it's like I was telling you guys, just imagine like the people back then just traveling oceans all the time, all the shit that they possibly have seen, bro. And then like people don't believe them because it's just so out of pocket, you know, so unbelievable that you just don't believe that type shit. But hey, bro, I'm not taking anybody's experiences for granted or telling them they lying or something when it comes to the ocean, because we don't know shit, bro. So how am I gonna tell somebody else, oh no, that's fake, I did not see the El Grand Maha, that was just a regular squid? No, nigga, he was like 13,000 feet tall. Like, oh, you're just hallucinating, Jimmy. Get out of here. All of a sudden, you go fishing the next day and you're cooked, buddy. All right, chat. Let me know what else you guys want to react to, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.